We're here at the Museum of Everyday Life. We've got a travelling exhibition from myself, Dr. James Lattin of the Museum of Imaginative Knowledge. We have today quite a few specimens, including the contents of matchboxes, which we bring over from Europe. These have everything from mineral samples, small plastic animals who must be united in pairs, like the proverbial Noah's Ark. And we also have things I've collected here while in North America, such as these small porcelain chips, which we use in things such as picture frames, among other uses. We've also been looking at places such as the Igraine Archipelago, which is more towards the sea. We're rather much inland now here in the heart of northeastern Vermont. If we come through, we'll come through to the main section of the museum, and I'll point out a few things which have been particularly of note. Now we've got here I'll just move around, show you this. This is a safety pin curtain created by a frustrated shop worker in a hardware store who spent many an afternoon putting them together. I think they've used around 2,400 safety pins. Few people are willing to go through it, so it's quite a good sort of device that would stop anyone from going to the back regions of the shop. I'll just illustrate that you can go through, but it's a little bit tricky to do so. Now we head over past the dress, we'll come around to a very small natural history section containing some of the largest elements here. This bear, once in the Fairbanks Museum in St Johnsbury, not far from here.
St Johnsbury.
St Johnsbury, St Johnsbury, yeah, no, good. I'm new to these parts, so I get confused. Yeah, so he's not very happy being in the Fairbanks Museum. Escaped one night. People had tried to stop him, other bears, museum staff, got a few injuries to him. He came up to this part of the county, and he prefers living here because at night he can go out and still do bear things in the woods, and then come back in the day where he has his watchful gaze over everyone who comes here. But his claws, I think, were damaged, and we've given him new ones so he can root around and forage properly. Now,
He likes to hide things under his left foot.
yes, no, I think that can be a good place for doing so, but I haven't fully investigated that. Now this is the largest pencil this side of the Mississippi. It's called a number 2 because you need 2 people to operate it, one to hold, the other to actually direct the lead. It's not been used for at least 10 years due to a problem with the lead breaking in a freak accident around the year 2006. Now carrying on through, we have this great example of pencils from a previous exhibit. People generally divide into either sharpening pencils mechanically or doing it with a knife. Both are illustrated in this amazing pencil portico. People, though, who like using propelling or mechanical pencils are generally not allowed through here. So as long as you're happy with that, we can carry on through to the temporary exhibition. So if we carry on through, now most people would just simply walk past here without reflecting on the nature of mirrors. Every mirror, though, you need a piece of glass. And we've got 2 prime examples here, which most people would just look straight through over to Route 16. Also, if you like looking at cars, I know it's very popular around here, we provide this for the pleasure of viewers. Now, also of note are these pillars here. Part of the structure of the museum. Few people realise that in ancient Greek temples, before they used marble or stone columns, they used tree trunks because that was what's available. So these tree trunks dotted around the museum are a homage to the early days of Greek civilization, but one most people perhaps do overlook in their wanderings around the space. Now carrying on around, if we ever have a problem in the museum, such as any sort of safety announcement, we merely press this horn, which reminds one honk is just to try it out, 2 honks is a call for attention, and 3 honks would mean evacuate the building. So we do try and build in exhibits such as this kind of wing mirror contraption, which are both functional and of interest for the viewers who are themselves keen cyclists. Myself, not one of them. I'm still getting used to driving on the right hand of the roads here. Now I wonder about this. This is a rather strange device. You can see from the bottom it's a cool box with mirrored sides, a loaf of bread in the middle, and we're told, I don't encourage always to read the labels, but they are usually a good indication. And here it's a homemade solar-powered oven built for someone from Brooklyn, New York. But I fail to understand that this would actually work, so I'm a little bit sceptical whether you could actually make bread in here or not. So, I mean, I do say to people, generally don't always believe everything you're told in museums. It can be sometimes a little bit problematic, but we'll carry on around.
I'm willing to suspect that loaf is cooked.
Right, okay, so, maybe. But we'll carry on around with some food. Now thinking about mirrors, we have about the latest shallot here, and we also have this rather nice couch, chaise longue you might say, and one can recline on it and expect to receive some sort of psychoanalysis, maybe from a follower of Sigmund Freud, and as you lie back, your attention is in fact drawn to a rather pleasant everyday object. In fact, not 1, not 2, but 3 buckets. I believe that it says on the bottom 2 US gals. I don't think you fit a woman in any of them, so again, another example of potentially mischievous labelling by the manufacturer of this object, but it does draw us back to where we started at the beginning of the tour with a focus on the overlooked. And most people perhaps wouldn't look at the bucket, but given the opportunity to lie back here, one could stand here and appreciate it all afternoon long. But we won't do that. Instead, we'll conclude the tour and say thank you very much for watching and taking part.
Thank you.
How long was that?